Welcome to the Touch Knowledge Base. Touch are part of the Business Micros group. In this video, we'll look at processing a casement window. From the home screen, click either Create Order or Create Quote. The landing page will always show you the most popular styles. However, you can search for alternative styles by using the search bar at the top of the page. Search until you find the style required, and then start by adding your dimensions. You can either add your dimensions around the perimeter of the window, or you can add them in the Edit Measurement screen. If we input a width or a height outside our fabricator's parameters, a warning will be displayed. We shall need to amend these dimensions in order to proceed. In this instance, the vertical span we have input is too small. There are 4 issues. Let's click on those issues to find out what they are. Each issue will need to be resolved to allow us to continue. By clicking the triangle on the left-hand side of the screen, we'll close the issue list. We shall increase the vertical span to clear the issues. 2 have now gone, yet 2 remain. Let's see what those issues are. We need to increase the vertical span still further to clear these issues. That's the current issues resolved. We'll now input the horizontal span. And now we're ready to customise the product. But before we do that, let's look at some of the basic controls of product customisation. The Customise Product button is on the left-hand side of the screen. This is where you can access all the product options for the product you've chosen. To access the products in the basket, click the Basket button. Within here, you can view the product summary, you can edit the item, you can duplicate the item, or delete the item. You can also reduce or increase the quantity, or you can zoom on the image. We can add another product by clicking here, or return back to the main menu by clicking here. When inputting a product, you may wish to delete that product, or you may want to complete the remaining details at a later date. To do either of these 2 options, click the Switch Product button. The Customise Product screen is split into a number of categories. In this instance, there are 4 categories. At the end of each category is a down arrow. By clicking the down arrow, we'll open up the product options which are available to us. Once again, by clicking on the down arrow, we'll open up further options. The blue tick shown here indicates this is the current option which is picked. We can search for an alternative option here, but in this instance we'll choose anthracite grey by clicking here. To change the window back to white, simply repeat the process. Use the scroll bar to search for other options. And when you pick an option, they'll be displayed on the product, as with this 60mm add-on. To remove an item, an option such as this will be available. Then to close the product options, click the up arrow, and this will return you back to the Customise Product screen. We can also customise the product by clicking on the components itself. By clicking on the sill has opened up the sill options available to us. Likewise, by clicking on the frame has opened up the frame options available to us. In this example, we're going to add a mullion to the fan light of this window. By clicking on the glass provides us the options available. Likewise, by clicking on the mullion allows us to remove the mullion. In this example, we'll add a dummy vent to the centre of the frame. To do this, we'll click on the panel we want to change, then click on the component type and add sash. We'll now change the dummy sash to a left-hand sash. To do this, click on the sash and choose the sash type. We'll pick Casement left hung, and by clicking on the highlighted yellow reveals the left hung sash. In this example, we're going to change the colour of the sashes to black and leave the frames white. Firstly, click on the sash and then choose the sash colour. We'll do the same with the right hand sash. And by clicking on the yellow reveals black sashes on white frames. We'll now put into practice some of the things that we've learned on this next product. By clicking on the arrow reveals the options available. Here we'll change the frame colour. We'll add a head drip and remove the sill. Next we'll choose our frame types. We're going to choose a large outer frame for the head of the window. Now we'll choose a 50mm add-on for each side of the frame. That's the left-hand side done. Here's the drop-down box for the right-hand side. Choose the add-on and move down to change the transom. Finally, we'll add a night vent to the top head of the frame. Pick the required night vent and it appears in the head of the frame. The principles of the window configurator are the same across all products. Therefore, once you've mastered the window configurator, you're well on the way to mastering them all. Thanks for watching, and we hope you enjoyed this video from the Touch Knowledge Base.